Hello. Welcome to the show. Let's get into it. What we talking about? Your boy Jeff Hardy of the legendary tag team in pro wrestling, the Hardy Boys. You know, when people start a sentence with you already know it's about to be a little bit rocky. Here's the thing. I have experience. I'll disclose a little personal information. I have experience living with an alcoholic for a significant amount of my younger years, okay? And alcoholism, that is an addiction, a disease, is something that is awful for the alcoholic and specifically for the people around the alcoholic because it's like watching a car crash, except it's over and over and over again. And then they want to come and talk to you, and you don't want to talk to them, and then they go crash out, and then the whoop is over and over again. The thing with Jeff Hardy, after I say all of that, is that Jeff Hardy never really got any consequence. Jeff Hardy never experienced any consequence within the pro wrestling world. If he has, I would like you to get down in the comments and correct me where I'm wrong. But I've been watching Jeff Hardy since 96? I don't know. It's been the 90s. And he's been having issues with drugs, alcohol, and the like since the 2000s. He's been bouncing from promotion to promotion to promotion and fucking up along the way. And for some odd reason, because it's Jeff Hardy, he gets to fail upwards. Jeff Hardy failed his way out of WWE. Went, got drunk, crashed out, did whatever he had to do, and then showed his ass up in AEW. Did some of the worst, clunky, fucked up work you could possibly think of. And then Jeff went on to go ahead, fuck that up. And now he's in TNA to revamp again. So Jeff Hardy was on Busted Open Radio, and this is what he had to say when someone asked him what his goals are now that he's in TNA. And something about this rubbed me the wrong way. That's what I'm talking about. It ain't gonna be long. Just want to get off my chest. He said, and I quote, "Definitely to win the TNA tag team titles. I still have so much guilt and shame from AEW giving me an opportunity, and even Matt, to me breaking trust with my personal issues in real life. I want to make that up to Matt. I'll say right here that I will not break TNA's trust. This is my past. It feels good to have somewhat of a clean slate with that stuff and start fresh, instead of having the guilt and shame about what I did in a certain world of pro wrestling." Maybe you need to have some guilt and fucking shame. Did he kill anybody? No, but he could have. Did he really take Matt Hardy's image and what he got to do with in accountability while he was chugging along all his fucking woes? No, he didn't. He could have. Now here we are at the tail end of shit, and you got a clean slate? That's a bold statement. You got a clean slate, sir. You never was held accountable and put on the shelf properly, in my opinion. Anybody want to debate that? Please get down in the comments, because this really is annoying to me. Now, I can empathize. Life on the road, I'm going to assume comfortably is rough, but you have your brother with you because you're a tag team. Your brother isn't doing what you're doing. Why can't you somehow absorb whatever coping skills your brother has? So here's the excuse: working on the road can lead to less recovery. Wrestlers experience a lot of constant nagging pain due to taking bumps. Resorting to other methods of pain relief has always been a go-to for wrestlers. Yes, that would be true. That would be true. And that is a true statement for the old head-ass wrestlers. Because back then, science and technology was not available to them. And even then, we could argue that. There's no need to snort a copious amount of coke and take your ass in the ring and blast off to another world, Ultimate Warrior. There's no need to do that. There's no need now to shoot up all of the steroids enhancement that your body can handle because you got to be a specific physique. that realm of wrestling is done. You don't even have to work out, according to, some of the barrel chested men that we get to look at, depending on the day of wrestling. So I'm gonna need something else. Where did Jeff fuck up? Allowing WWE to use his substance abuse issue as a storyline. His history of DUIs always being brought to the light and getting hit over the head with it. It was done in bad taste. Especially since you got somebody like Sheamus dressed up as a damn drunk ass Irishman who likes to fight in the bar. That's literally his whole spiel. According to this article over at the Sportster, Hardy went on to join TNA, but much of the issues he had in WWE, no showing events, poor performance, among other things, led to suspension. Following the expiration of his contract, Hardy got himself clean without rehab. Did he really get clean without rehab? Did he go get professional help? No. Leading to a contract offer from WWE, his return would mark some success, but in 2007 he would violate WWE's wellness policy, being suspended for 30 days, and then proceed to violate it a second time a year later, this time with a 60-day suspension. That's the consequence, but is it really a consequence? Then his home was raided in 2009. He was arrested for possession and trafficking of controlled prescription tablets, in addition of possession of cocaine. It would take 2 years to settle the case, but eventually he served 10 days in jail with probation, multiple fines on top of that. I know people who served more time in jail for a smaller amount of cocaine than Jeff Hardy served for controlled prescription tablets and cocaine. And he re-signed with TNA. Despite his legal issues, Hardy was still pushed to the top, winning the world title and taking part in main events. In 2011, he came perhaps the most infamous moment in which Hardy addictions affected his wrestling career. At the Victory Road pay-per-view for TNA, he showed up under the influence, lethargic and not himself, in a zombie-like state. His match with Sting was cut short, and Hardy in a no-fit state. He was no fit to complete. He would then be suspended. Upon his return in subsequent half a decade in both Impact and on the independent wrestling scene, Hardy would have a stretch of prolonged success and stability, I guess. And even with this so-called success and stability, in 2021, he walked out right in the middle of a live wrestling match on the WWE. It was like this weird thing where WWE wanted to give him a drug test, but he didn't want to do the drug test and refused rehab from WWE. The results came back clean, but guess what, guys? His reputation preceded him. He wants people to give him the benefit of the doubt. So he took his ass over to AEW, and look what he did. Fuck right up over in AEW. Had a notable debut, came out, did his little fist pumps. Couple months in, the issues once again cropped up. He was arrested, charged with DUI, which led to a suspension from AEW. Then he went to rehab, missed several months of ring action. He did stay clean, and now he's coming on back to AEW, right after that. Now he's headed back. He had a match with I want to say that dude that ain't there who always got his tongue out. What's that boy? Sammy Guevara. Okay? AEW just was like, we ain't even finna do nothing with him for real. Whoop de whoop de whoop. Then Jeff was finally sentenced in 2023 for his arrest prior, and was served 38 days in jail, suspended license, probation, community service, and whatever else they came up with. Much of the talk online from fans was considering the possibility of never seeing him compete again for his own mental well-being. However, he did make a comeback. April 12th, Jeff brought his ass right back in the AEW and was wrestling alongside Isaiah Cassidy and Hook from a beatdown from the Firm. He looked better and in shape, apparently, and all of this other stuff. And that's when Jeff broke his nose during a spot, and Sammy Guevara got suspended. And we ain't seen Jeff on AEW TV since. And now here's Jeff on Busted Open Radio in TNA talking about he got a clean slate and he gonna do this, that, and the third. He sounds like a fucking addict. I'm just gonna be honest. All with all respect and everything. My whole thing when I do my group therapy and my clinical stuff at work, this is something that I like to convey, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Don't apologize if you don't mean it. Don't give me wolf tickets if you're not gonna follow through. Show and prove. Jeff, for a very long time, has never shown and proved because he never took his sobriety and rehab or whatever is at his disposal. He never took advantage of it. Jeff Hardy is not a broke ass man. Matt Hardy, his brother, has been very supportive. He could have went to him and asked for help. He could have done everything he had to do. Do I think his run in TNA is going to be successful? I'm going to be honest with you. No, I don't. I think they're going to push him over other people that have been working hard over there. They're going to push him to the top. They're going to do this, do that, and third. And he's going to, as usual, fuck right up. Hopefully, I would love to eat my words, but working with the addiction community, that's something. Sobriety is just a lifestyle. You don't go back to something that's been fucking you up. Jeff Hardy should not be wrestling. He shouldn't be wrestling. He's not mentally prepared. His body is done and over. He is 46 years old. And you know me, I don't like that age shit. Because AJ Styles and them is old, or according to y'all, old as hell. And they look great. There's no reason why Jeff Hardy, a healthy Jeff Hardy, could have wrestled well into his 50s. But this right here is a recipe for disaster. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm open. I'm open to the conversation. I'll even revisit it if somebody checked me so good in them comments. Alright, hit me later.